Y'all, I have a problem. Hey guys, it's Lex at LexReads, and today I have 23 new ebooks to share with you. 23. Good God. So I'm going to do this by genre, and I'll put timestamps, so if you really only care about one or two specific genres, you know where to go. We're going to do thriller, mystery, horror, and then YA contemporary, and then adult contemporary, and then fantasy. Let's do it. Check. We're in. Let's go. The first book is Verity by Colleen Hoover. We follow Lowen, a near bankrupt writer who gets the opportunity of a lifetime to finish Verity's series of novels after she has fallen injured or ill. I don't know. Either way, she cannot complete the series. She moves into Verity's house with her family, finds an autobiography with some things that with some like deep secrets that she probably shouldn't know. It's supposed to be like a mystery romance thriller. I think she falls in love with Verity's husband. Next we have My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. This one follows an interesting married couple. They met, they fell in love, they got married, they got bored, they started getting away with murder. Night Film by Marisha Pessl is about a girl who gets murdered. An investigative journalist doesn't think it's a suicide, even though the police have ruled it a suicide. He starts digging, finds out she's the daughter of cult horror film director who there have been like other deaths connected to their family. He keeps digging. It might ruin his life. I don't know, man. I bought that one for a video. Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Weingarten. Delia has killed herself. June doesn't believe it. They were like the kind of best friends that are like maybe more than just friends, like kind of in love. June wants to find the truth. The Spite Game by Anna Snoekstra is about a girl getting revenge on the people who did her wrong in her adolescence, and that's literally all I know. Wilder Girls is a book that no one would stop talking about last year, so I felt like I should pick it up. It's body horror. There's a school on an island, some kind of disease, infection, something. They're quarantined to get help. One of them breaks quarantine, I think. I could be really wrong. I'm sorry if I'm really wrong and you love this book. If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I bought this on Kayla's recommendation. It's about a group of people at a Shakespeare conservatory. There's some kind of mystery. I don't know. That's all I got. I heard it's kind of pretentious, very atmospheric, but like very good. And I love Shakespeare, so I'm excited. Platform 7 by Louise Dowdy is a book that I picked up because it's the March pick for the Literally Dead book club, which is Kayla's book club. You should go and check it out. It's really fun. It's a like thriller, mystery, horror book club. It's been really good so far. Platform 7 is about two people who died about 18-ish months apart on Platform 7, which is like I think a subway like platform. Or a train platform, one or the other, and I think there's a ghost element. Alright, moving on to YA Contemporary. The first book I have in this category is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith, which follows a young woman trying to find strength and put her life back together after a sexual assault. I also bought this one for a video that I am working on, so get excited for that. This book sounds like it's going to be really hard-hitting, but also very beautiful. Heretics Anonymous by Katie Henry follows Michael, who starts school at a Catholic school, and he's an atheist, and he falls in with Heretics Anonymous, which are basically like the outcasts of the school. They join up and rebel a little bit to point out the hypocrisy of the school. Something goes too far. Apparently it's a story about faith, whether that be faith in oneself or in a god or friendship or whatever. Sounds good. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell is a book that I haven't read, that everyone is shook that I haven't read, because I typically enjoy the like fandom element in stories. So this is about a girl who is starting college solidly in fandom. I feel like it's going to hit very close to home. The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas is another one that people are always really shook that I haven't read yet. We follow Star, whose life is upended when she witnesses her childhood best friend being murdered by a cop. Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. Libby and Jack are high school students. Libby is overweight. Jack is well liked, but he doesn't have any facial recognition. They get caught up in like this high school game, get put in group counseling together. More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. This is Adam's debut, which I haven't read. It's about Aaron, a teenager who's trying to find happiness. They live in the Bronx. There was like a family tragedy. He finds new contentment with his girlfriend, but his friend Thomas helps him confront his truths and his past and his future. There's maybe a memory-altering procedure. I'm not entirely sure about that. They might be a touch science fiction. It might not. I don't. Sometimes, blurbs aren't the most detailed, which is a good thing, but sometimes it leads me to be confused when I'm trying to explain what a book is. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I know basically nothing about this book. I know that there's a reward from a billionaire, Star Wars fanfiction, and Asa, who is trying to deal with her own spiraling thoughts. I just know that it's John Green, and I typically like John Green works, so. Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow is a book. This is a book following Charlotte, who has lost so much in her young life already. She's a teenager. She's a self-harmer. This is a book about trying to find your way back from the edge. I think it's going to be a really cathartic read for me. Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. Are we sensing a theme? This is a dark comedy following Jeff, who wakes up on New Year's Day in a psychological ward. This is a dark comedy that follows Jeff, who wakes up on New Year's in the hospital with bandages on his wrist. He thinks everyone's over-exaggerating, gets admitted into a psych ward, thinks that everyone else there is crazy and he's fine. The longer he stays there, the more blurry the lines become, the more everything there seems normal. Apparently it's an expose on, like, the blurred lines between normalcy and other. I liked the blurb, so I picked it up. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. This book is told in two perspectives by twins, Noah and Jude. The first half is told by Noah, who is an artistic boy with a crush on the boy next door. The second half is told by Jude, who is a daredevil, kind of a badass. Something has happened to separate these two twins. We watch them fall back together. If I recall correctly, it's told in, like, reverse order, so, like, Noah's is told forwards and Jude's is told backwards, but I might be making that up. Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. This book follows Samantha, a popular teenager with OCD. She's like popular. And she feels really out of place, but also protected by the popular crowd. She falls in with Poets Corner, which is like a group of misfits, falls in love with the guy. Alright. Okay, so this is adult contemporary. Let's do it. The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. I am so sorry if I butcher every name that I say in the next minute. This book is set in 1969, and we follow a set of twins. Yes, twins. Raphael and Esteban. Esteban. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at names. I'm so sorry. These two twins try to create a childhood in the wreckage of their family. Apparently this book is about, like, anguish and faith and hope and madness, and it sounds good. I'm excited. The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. We follow Theo, right? Why is Theo such a popular name? Is Theo a popular name, or do I just pick books with Theo as a character? Anyway, we follow Theo, who survived an accident that killed his mom. He is raised by wealthy family friends. He keeps a painting of a goldfinch from the accident. This leads him into, like, an underground world of art crime, ? I don't know. I've heard only good things. A movie came out in 2019, and I wanted to read it before I watched it, so I haven't watched it, but I love Ansel Elgort, so I really, really want to read it so I can watch that. book is kind of scary though, it's really long. And finally we have made it to fantasy. Let's do it. First we have The Coldest Girl in Cold Town. This book follows Tana, who exists in a world where these things called cold towns exist. And cold towns are basically like a quarantined town for humans and monsters. And once you go in a cold town, you're never allowed to leave. But Tana wakes up post-massacre, one of 3 survivors. And she goes into the heart of Cold Town to try and save them. And last, but certainly not least, I picked up Middle Game by Shannon McGuire. This book is about 2 twins who aren't entirely human. I think it's possible for them to ascend and be gods. That's literally all I got. It was Kayla's favorite book of 2019, so I have to read it. Alright guys, so there are 23 whole ass books that I just talked about. If you have any questions, comments, berate me for being this way, please go ahead and let me know down below. I post a new video on every Thursday with pretty frequent bonus contents on Tuesdays, typically, but sometimes on other days of the week. So please be sure to go down and subscribe to keep up with what I'm doing, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye!